Sarah. Nice
Good.
to see you.
You too. I haven't seen you in a long time. What have you been up to?
Well, I have done some exciting stuff, and I'm really, finally, I think, on the road to where I've always wanted to be.
Oh, do tell. What are you doing?
Well, I know that I've always wanted to work with people, and I know that part of me has always felt like a bridge for other people.
Sure.
You know, people are standing on one side of a chasm and they need to jump to the other side. And oftentimes I found myself as being that person through life that helps people get from here to there. I've seen myself maybe as the bridge, you know, helping to share my own wisdom of what's worked for me, things that have, you know, happened when I was a child, or things that have, I think, have held me back, but through wisdom I've discovered maybe that doesn't need to hold me back anymore, and maybe it doesn't need to hold others back too. So I've recently gotten involved as a life coach. I'm, you know, been training with Martha Beck to become a Martha Beck certified life coach.
What makes Martha Beck a different life coach?
Well,
training
you know, I chose Martha Beck because I felt kind of in alignment with her. I didn't know her personally, but I knew that she was Oprah's life coach.
Oh,
And,
wow.
you know, I had read this very funny, humorous, you know, woman who wrote about things in everyday life that, you know, made me laugh and made me think in the Oprah magazine over the years. And she just caught me in a place where I thought, wait, you know, I could be that too, you know. And so I started her class, and I now have been working toward the certification of being a life coach.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm really
Who would
excited
have thought
about it.
Oprah needed a life coach?
Oh, well, you know, maybe that's how Oprah got
Yeah,
such wisdom.
Right, right.
So
She certainly has a lot to share.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
As do you, having known you all these years as a mother and a wife and just a big part of your community, that you have a lot to share.
Thank you, thank you. It's good to be able to help people in transition. And we all have transitions in our life, whether it's, you know, we're new moms, or you know, we've lost our jobs, or we've worked our whole life and now we're getting ready to retire and we're wondering, what are we going to do with the rest of our life?
Right.
You know, I've bumped into a lot of people who refer to themselves as kind of rudderless. You know, they know they want to do something more. They're not really sure how to get there.
Where to turn the boat.
Exactly, exactly. And so a life coach kind of helps you to find your passion in life, to overcome some of the obstacles that you have. And really the most important thing that I've learned, and that's been most helpful to me, is to dissolve limiting thoughts that have held me back my whole life, from heading for my heart's desire, from writing that novel, you know, from being the me that I want to be. I always
Those are the
knew,
sharks in the water.
yeah, I always knew I wanted to live a really authentic life, in me, who I really am. But I really think that in a lot of ways, my social self said, well, you know, maybe you should do it this way. It's more acceptable. People might like you better. You know, you'll get along better in life if you just...
Limiting thoughts.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. And a lot of us have self-esteem
So how
issues.
did your journey overcoming some of those issues obviously brought you to becoming a life coach?
Well, I've always been a
becoming a guide
journaler.
for others.
Yes, I've always been a journaler, and I think my hidden life has always been in my journal. I've kept 50 years of journal, so I have like my whole life chronicled out. And it's not so much that someday somebody would come and, you know, write a book or, you know, a biography about my life. It's really one of the ways that I have worked through, bit by bit, thought by thought, you know, experience by experience. How am I going to handle it? So in a lot of ways, my journal, my morning pages that, you know, I followed Julia Cameron all these years, the Artist Within, and I write 3 pages every morning, you know, rain or shine, and I let out all of the junk and the stuff. But I also use it for step by step and so on. And so part of my journal, part of my coaching will have a journal component to it to help people to unleash that voice within, to get in touch with the parts of our personality, our social self, and our essential self. And in many cases, we're not in balance. We have more of a social self saying, you have to do this, this is what fits in, this is acceptable. And our essential self may still be in a childlike way because we totally shut it down. Have you ever gone shopping in a store and, you know, part of you said, oh my God, I have to have that whimsical purse. And the other part of you said, now, where are you going to use that purse? I mean, seriously, are you going to take a beaded purse into the grocery store with you?
Why not? Keep your coupons in it.
But there's a part of you that is just dying for that.
Yeah.
That's the social self and the essential self, and really the fight that we have within us of one being overly responsible and being logical and critical and watching out for us, and the other one saying, I really, really want that.
That's my dream. Right.
When we integrate that together, and that's one of the things that we do in life coaching, is pulling those pieces of the personality back together. So we make decisions based on our entire personality, not just on the loudest one that shouts the loudest and makes the most sense.